There you go. We're done. Welcome to the GMB podcast. You know, we're saving the best for last. It's been a while. We're here to talk. We got a topic. We got a big topic. This is the best topic you've ever heard. It's the most bigly topic you've ever heard.
Bigly.
Ever heard. It's gonna be huge.
Huge.
That's my Donald Trump.
If you guys are listening to this on just audio and you're not watching it on video, it's Sadi, Zach, Sim, and Curtis.
Yeah, we don't really introduce ourselves, so let's do that again.
I'm Sadi, also known as Sean.
I'm Zach, also known as the homeless man in the gym.
I'm Simran, also known as Simran.
I'm Curtis, obviously.
The
You all know my
Master-in-Chief.
name.
Yeah.
You all know my name because it's, who else is named Curtis? There's only so many Curtises.
Yeah.
Except 50 Cent.
There's only so many people doing work here.
No. Don't say that. You guys are doing work. Sim's actually gone into editing, right? How do you
Yeah.
feel about that? How's
It's
that
fun.
going?
It's fun. It's nice.
Is it fun?
It's fun. It's nice. It's real. It's real.
It's real? Is it real?
Nice.
Yeah,
It's real
you-
nice.
Is it fun?
It's fun, nice, real.
To be fair, you have been editing a lot, and you've been like on top of it, and you've been on top of other people about it. I noticed.
I've tried to be on top of
Tried.
other people.
You have, but
So-
sometimes they get to
I'm
be
gonna,
on top.
I'm gonna start pushing that more
Yeah.
Why is that?
because I think it's something that I should talk to that. I'm not gonna put it on this thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
we
gonna
need
be like-
you need four wheels to make the car go.
Yeah,
If
right
we just
now-
keep adding wheels,
Right now
it's gonna be more stable.
Right now we only have 2 wheels and nothing works on 2 wheels.
Yeah. Well, the bicycle does.
What?
Shut up. That was a joke.
Yeah. Well, and
But yeah, no, I was
And-
talking about this in the blog, and it's kind of like, it's not even so much of, and I ask you guys this question a lot, it's not even so much of what do you guys want to do with like GMB, like where are we going with this and what do we want to do with it? It's more like, what do you guys even want to do with like your life, like as a whole? Like what do you want to do with your life? You know what I mean? Like if you want to go, like like you're a good example because we talked about this already. I put in the blog. We talked about it, and I don't know if we talked about it. Oh, we talked about it in that podcast. Though, what is it? What your visa is? So I asked him like, what is your visa, in the sense of like a lot of people like to go to like music festivals, or they like to go traveling, or they like to do certain things, and that's kind of like, if they think of like, oh, if they had all the money in the world and they had all the things they needed, all the things they wanted, what would they do? And they would like, yeah, well, I would travel and I'd party a lot, right?
Yeah.
But for me, it's like, I don't need those things. Like, I already know that if I had all the things I needed, like I was self-sustaining and everybody around me was self-sustaining and everybody was happy, like what would I do with my day? And like, I would like to make something that's like meaningful, like some, like Sim and I, Zach, actually I think all of us like enjoy a lot of like movies and like really good works of art that are like influential. So like it would be great. I always wanted to be someone that made something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That like, for example, like Hayao Miyazaki or something, right? Like his films like impact a lot of people, and like he impacted me in a lot of the ways I see the world and this and that and all that stuff, right? So it'd be great for me to make something like that. I know I personally don't need to see like the pyramids. Like I don't need to. I actually don't really care much about backpacking in Europe. Like I don't need these things, but I think it's like a lot of people think that in order to get those things, they have to jump through a lot of hoops. Like, and a lot of life, this is what I said in the blog, like, when you want something, you think you need to jump through certain hoops, right? If I want to get in shape, I need to go to the gym and work out, that's true, right? I can't dispute that getting a good body, like a nice body, you have to work for it, right? So you might not necessarily enjoy working out, but you have to do it to get the good body or whatever, right? And same thing with, like, people accept school as the way to get a better job. If you want a better job, you have to go to school. It's like you might not like school, but you want the better job and you want the money. So people just accept school as that's something you need to do, right? What I think... Sorry,
I'm
go
still
on.
waiting on my work visa.
Your work visa?
What is that thing you said earlier? I don't know what a visa is.
Work Ibiza is a place.
I know that, but you said
I take a pill.
you said visa. Sorry
Like,
to derail. I don't know
he's
what
using it
visa-
as an analogy for like the thing.
Oh,
that you want.
Like you're actually talking about the place when you say that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. All right,
Um,
I'm still waiting on my work visa. Sorry, go.
There's a joke. You said it again, just in case you didn't get it the first time.
There's work visa. Do you guys get that?
Yeah.
You're just
Um,
processing.
I'll always
Yeah.
be here on Thursdays.
Shut up.
Okay.
But I don't think it's like about. I'm not trying to dispute that there's things you have to do in order to get those things. Like if
Yeah.
you want a nice body, you obviously have to work out. I just think that maybe you don't actually want the nice body. Like maybe you want the things that come along with it, but you just don't realize it. So like if someone were to ask me or whatever, like, oh, why do you work out? I might just be like, I don't know, I want to be healthy, and like, like I want to be more like attractive, and like I want to be confident, and whatever. Like you'd have a list of things that getting a nice body would get you. But if you actually sit and think about it, it might not even be the nice body that does that. It's like you can be confident, attractive, whatever, without having the nice body. You know what I mean? So like it's similar with like when it comes to videos.
Look at Danny DeVito. He's got a wife, I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure.
He's confident.
But like with videos, a lot of people talk to us and they're like, why don't you guys make more like viral content?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And that's also something that's like, okay, if you're going to be a YouTuber, in order to like be a successful YouTuber, you need to do these things, like jump through certain hoops, right? Which is make viral content because you want to get a lot of followers, and then you get a lot of followers, so you get sponsorships, and then you get sponsorships, so then you get money, and then you get money, and then even then people think that's what leads them to have like a successful life, because then they get to do the things they actually want to do, like buy a car and travel or whatever, right? But it just, I don't think people think a lot of like what they actually are doing the things for. Like let's say we did take, so if we've all talked about like taking sponsorships, kind of like how we want to do this, and like it's funny because like we often kind of like, I don't know if we say it enough, but we kind of like frame ourselves in a way of like, oh, the money doesn't matter that much and blah blah blah. But at the same time, like we are talking about sponsorships and we want this to go somewhere monetarily, right? So like we have to be, to me, like the way I would like this to go is we're transparent about what that, like why we're doing the money. Because I don't want to be like, it's not about the money, and then the next week we have a sponsored ad, because then it doesn't make a lot of sense, right? Like why are we saying it's not about the money when we have a sponsored ad, right? So if we are taking what is the whole end goal for all of us? Again, not with just GMV, but like in your life, what do you want to do? So like for me, I've said this a bunch of times, is I want to make a living out of these things, right? Which might mean I want to take a sponsorship or whatever, right? And I think I've realized that a lot of like my goal for this is to prove to people that you don't need to jump through these certain hoops to get what you want. Like maybe I can just do what I want to do, like work out, make videos, just live my life, and that's, and like like just kind of do what I'm doing anyway, and that would be interesting enough to a lot of people, enough so that I can get a lot of what I want. And what I want might not actually be money, right? Like nobody wants to like make $10 billion and then not spend a dime of it and die. There's something you want to do with the money. So it's like, what do you want the money for is the bigger question, right? Like if we want the money for better equipment or whatever, what do we want the equipment for then, right? Like are we doing bigger productions now, or like like what is the point of all of this? That's kind of like the theme that I wanted to bring to this podcast, and I'm just kind of curious, like if you guys have any ideas of what like your end goal might be, like what your ideal life might look like with or without GMV. Anybody? I told you what
this is a very broad question, but like in terms of GMV, like I would like to just in an analogy way, I guess, like I want to just put as many legs under this table as possible, so this is sturdy. Like I want us to be like, I don't care about the, like I would like us to eventually make money out of this, and I don't think anyone should feel bad. Like you get in that debate of like art versus commerce, like what's more important. Like when we talk about sponsorships, it's like, why should we feel bad if we do want to take a sponsorship? But you're like right about like why do you want the sponsorship? Why do you want the money? And for me, I would like, my ideal, if I look down the road like 5 years from now and we do take this somewhere, we can make money, I would love to be able to just be moved out. I can live comfortably enough, and I can just do this full time. And yeah, that's like the full time. Like I don't care about the big house or anything. If we get there at some point, that'd be great. I don't. That's like a.
Yeah, and like
it's more like giving me the time. The money gives me the time to do the thing I like, which is this, I guess. So.
I also wanted to say that like it doesn't matter what the actual why is, almost. You know what I mean? Like if you actually love like Maseratis and you're like really really into Maseratis and that's your thing, that when you get the Maserati you're like fucking like so happy, like that was your life goal to get a Maserati. There's nothing wrong with that. That's totally okay. right? But I know some people like they feel like their why has to be super altruistic, like I want to help all the people, something, right? Like I want to build self-confidence, which is fine. I'm not saying you don't want that. I just think that if you're charging someone to take your course to make them feel confident or something like that, it's like, well, why are you charging them then? If you truly want everybody to feel confident or whatever, then you could do that without, you know what I mean? Same thing with us, right? Like if we're making videos and we think if we say all we want to do is just make videos with each other for fun and make funnies, we can do that forever without ever monetizing.
Yeah.
Right? So why are we monetizing? Right? And again, like I said, for me, it's just because I want to prove that you can make a living without having to jump through all these hoops, like go to school, blah, blah, blah.
But the thing is, like, you're saying we could just continuously do it without, even if we didn't make money, but it's like, as we get older, we're going to just add more hoops to being able to do that. Like, just by the sake of, we're getting older, we got to get more independent, we got to do all these other things. Like, there's going to be more things getting in the way of just showing up.
Some more responsibilities.
More things are just going to get, like, eventually one of us will get married or something, or like have kids on purpose, or like shit like that, and like.
So that's why I'm saying
just,
the why isn't about GMV so much. Like at first when I'm asking you, it's about what do you want to do with your life. So when you say things like, we're gonna get married, there's all these responsibilities, those are things that you're taking on, that you chose to take on, whatever. I mean, sometimes it's obligations and whatever, right? But that's still part of like what you're choosing, like what you want. Like you have to, you know what I mean? Like if you want to take care of your family, like you have to take care of your family. So that's part of that why in the end anyway. Right?
Yeah.
Like GMV or not, that's something that you want from the get, right? It's like I want to take care of my family.
Yeah.
Right? So that can be the why. It's like I want to make videos. That's how I want to sustain me and my family.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like that's kind of what I'm getting at. Does that make sense?
I want to make money. That's it. I just want to make as much money.
I honestly, I just want to show up and like be able to like us have a studio and us just make stuff, and like every day of work is just different because we're doing something new every time, and like
The gaming house.
we have enough legs under this table that we have the room to be able to do it. Like you know.
I feel like I talked about it on the other podcast. I don't know if I should just say the whole
You
same
should just
thing.
say like a lot of the stuff we're gonna repeat, but like
Yeah.
people don't watch every single thing of our whatever, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people listen to our little side podcast that we do every so often. I think more people pay attention to the reflections than that, or like whatever. But it doesn't hurt to like repeat it.
Yeah, like mine would be just if everybody's living comfortably and I'm making enough money to make sure all the people that I care about are living comfortably, then my Ibiza would just be going out and partying for the first bit until I can't party anymore, and then it's just like spending as much time with the people that I care about as I can before I die, essentially.
Yeah.
And then, like, there is a part of it, like you said, where it's like you want to make something that impacts somebody in some way.
Yeah.
That's there too, but I'm more selfish in that I would like to spend more time with the people that I can before I
Like,
can't.
I do comics and stuff on the side, and that's always for me been more like legacy over, because it's more of a solo thing.
Yeah.
So that's the idea of legacy and impacting people has always been more of a driving force for that. But when it's like us just trying to make each other laugh with stupid videos and stuff, and if people like it, they like it. If not, then whatever. I still have fun. Like, this is more of a driven by camaraderie, friendship, and just being able to keep doing this together. Like, it keeps us having a reason to meet up. And, like, I guess we're doing something productive too.
I've also realized that like whatever job you're doing, even if you don't like it, or like you're just there to collect your paycheck or whatever, at the end of the day, the people that are there with you impact that a lot. So if I get the chance to work with people that I know and I love, that just makes it easier. Like it makes it easier to go and work every day, because it's like I get to see these people again and like joke around with these people, and then I get to go home. Like even most of the jobs that I've had have been with good groups of people, to the point where like I never want to leave them hanging, or I never want to put them in a situation that's like horrible for them. I always want to do the most for them, which is why I try at my job. It's not for the company that I work for, it's for the people that I work with. And that becomes a lot easier when I'm coming into this, right? Like I just work harder for this because the people that I'm working with are people that I care about more. No offense to my current coworkers, they're cool. But I mean, like, yeah.
18 years, Simran. Known you for 18 years.
Yeah, but it's just easier to know it's like these are my friends, and if I don't work hard, my friends are gonna be impacted by it, right? So
Yeah.
Because
you have that.
Because I think a lot of us like a lot of those things that like for you example that you said is like we're already kind of doing that. Like you are spending time with the people that you enjoy spending time with, like your friends and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And same thing with Zach. Like when we do these things, like I just hope that you guys feel that like it's like this is part of what you say that your dream is, right?
Mhm.
Is the camaraderie of us working together and making stuff.
Yeah.
Right, and it's not justified by oh look at the money we're making and the followers we have,
Yeah.
unless like I know that in today's like social media landscape and blah blah blah, like that's a signifier of something that means something, but
Success.
again those are just like vanity metrics, right? Like they
They
don't
are.
really matter. But and the other thing is like when it comes to like monetizing, like if we do like want to monetize, which we do, right? I think we all agree that we want to turn this into something,
Make that cash.
whatever, right? I do want to like emphasize that it is much more about the depth than the width. We've talked about this, right? It's like you only need, I mean, there's some essay, I forgot who wrote it, I feel bad to not quote him, but you only need 1,000 true fans. You and I have talked about this, right? And it's like, that's not a ton in respect to like, you know, if you look at Instagram accounts have 10,000, 70,000, whatever, right? But you only need 1,000 true fans that will like build your fall. If they're like diehard, like true fans as in like diehard fans,
Yeah.
right? And if we can just cultivate that, you know what I mean? Like that would mean a lot. Like already the few interactions that I've had with people that are really into our stuff, and this is a good segue. I've already like built like a pretty strong connection with them in certain ways. Like that guy, the Mike guy, that's already like he's a filmmaker too, and like he likes to listen to our podcast because it's what he's going through. Like he relates to it a lot,
Yeah.
right? And what I was segueing to is kind of like it's interesting to see the people that are like supportive and they're like on board and they're like totally like, yeah man, like it's cool that you guys are doing this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the people that are like, they're not like negative about it, but they're kind of like jabby about it and they're kind of judgmental. And I feel like, I don't know if it could be like jealousy or whatever it is, but it doesn't, you can tell like they're being nice, but not, it's kind of backhandedly.
Yeah.
Like there was a guy, like, you know, people are like, oh, you guys making millions at? Like that kind of like, like how many followers do you guys have? Like that kind of like.
followers do you have, bitch?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, not that I take it like bad or whatever. It's just that it's not a very supportive angle in my opinion.
Yeah.
But it's funny, like, I mean, it doesn't bother me, but I just know that I don't know, I almost feel like I wish they had something like this because I think that's also something that I've said this a bunch of times that about guys making videos is the image we have is like, we are just a bunch of dudes, like just some friends. There's almost dudes making videos.
Making picture films.
Yeah.
But I think, like that's something that I do value a lot of like our image is that it is like a bunch of friends hanging out together. Like that's like the vlog, right? It's like, oh, they're friends and they're hanging out all the time.
Yeah.
Right?
How sick would that be, man? We're just vlogging, just that sort of like.
Yeah.
And that's what
Why
I
don't
said
you-
too,
Yeah,
right?
why don't you talk about what you want?
Yeah.
What do I want?
Continue that.
Yeah, I said much.
That was a good start.
Sadi said, wouldn't it be sick if we just vlogging?
But he said it too quiet, like he always
Yeah,
does.
man. I'm just a little quiet guy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Fucking the cash. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Just I'll make it out on the Thursday.
Wow.
No, seriously. Okay.
This is why he's here. so
You
he
have
can-
we're making enough money that you can support yourself
Mm-hmm.
pretty well. What are you doing then at that point? What is your life? You're not worried about money.
Oh, I'm not worried about money?
Yeah.
Just continue doing what we're doing. Making people laugh.
It's okay to not know too, right? Because I don't even know.
He
Maybe
said,
laugh.
he's like, what a goof. Yeah.
You got a trophy wife, you got a nice car, you got a house now, you're making videos every day.
Yeah.
What is your
You
life?
got a trophy wife. You got a trophy girlfriend. You got a
Trophy mistress.
You got all the things you want. What do you want now?
To have everything. I already have it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
So like, what's your day?
What do you mean, what's my day?
What's your day?
Thursday,
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I
Okay.
don't know.
You know what? I don't care about the money. Money doesn't buy happiness, but money does let you do what you love. So I would like to get some money out of this.
And that'll make you happy.
Pay up.
So wait, you're saying you're just gonna? So you said you're partying, right?
I think I would for a bit. I think I would get to the point where my liver is almost gone, and then the doctor would say you can't drink anymore. I'd be like, okay, that's probably enough.
Time to make some videos.
But like Kurt,
No, I
if
wouldn't
you
go that
were
far.
well off, like you would continue.
Well, like I said, I do want to like I mean, this is what I think to myself, but then sometimes I know I'm not that like gung ho about it because like the other, like me and Zach were talking about Dead Cells, and like in the past couple days, like I played a lot of Dead Cells as this new video game. I don't know when this is coming out, so I don't know when you guys. I don't know when.
3 years.
It just
from now.
came
Yeah,
out.
that's all this new video.
Yeah, like
IGN's got in trouble for stealing a review.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah,
But
that's one topic.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
one.
That's
Anyway,
that's the best part of the game.
basically, I've just been playing video games like a lot lately, and like I've been editing, and I like editing with you and all that stuff. And I came over and we edited and stuff like that. But I just know like my time isn't 100% always dedicated to video making as much as I like to tell myself that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was fully like well off, and I know I'd still be working out. Like I love working out. Like I love training. I definitely want to move out for sure. Like, but making videos with you guys definitely is like that's always that like passion project that I would just love to work on and whatever. But the thing is like I said is like I have the time to do it now, and sometimes I don't. So I think I might be like lazier than I think. It's hard to tell. You know what I mean?
I think once it's like, okay, this is how I make my living.
Yeah,
it's like
like, this
I
is
have
what
to
I do.
come in and do this. Like I don't know. Once you put more like
I think, but it's like it's weird
weight
because,
on it, I feel like.
But it's like I do though. Like I put a lot of weight on it. You know what I mean?
do
Like
most of the editing here and stuff and pushing us. So like
I
it's
know
all
like
you learned.
when there's a week where I don't do stuff, or like when there's a time when we're not doing stuff, or like whenever we miss a day or whatever, like I actually get a little bit sad, like
Mhm.
because I'm like, oh, like what am I doing with my life now? Like we
And
haven't made
I've
videos.
done that stuff with my own endeavors and things like that. Like
Yeah, like I
put
remember
that
you telling me,
pressure on yourself, or you guilt yourself almost.
like yeah, I remember you were telling me when you were working a lot and you didn't get a lot of time to work on your stuff. You kind of felt more depressed because you're like, I
Yeah.
feel like I'm not working on myself, but you knew like
Felt
it
a
was.
little lost.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I said.
Like for me, like I would have like a burst of energy for making skits at like one point, and then like I would like throw out like 5 skits, and the next scene I'm just like, oh okay, like what am I gonna do now? It's just like, but it's just like, you know, like even Kurt said like, oh just snap like zoom ins and all that stuff, just post that stuff on
Yeah.
the GMV stories. But I'm just like, oh yeah, I don't think that's, you know, like I always just second guess myself. I don't know, just.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it, like I said, is like this is why I've been saying that like vlogging can be like, or I see vlogging as like the key to like a lot of like just making content and like being not even making content, but like I mean you have to make content, but it's more about being successful in the long run if you just
Yeah.
start vlogging, because vlogging's not I have to make a scripted episode like Front Desk, or I have to do improv like Seeing
Yeah.
Double, or I have to be like a meme or something like it. There's no like boundaries or limits or expectations for what your vlog is. You can make any type of video and call it a vlog basically if you want to, right? And it's in theory it's just you living your life anyway. So I mean I see vlogging as like a very like it's like you kill 2 birds with one stone, right? As opposed to us thinking like, oh, we have to make these type of videos in order to make content, and then we have to plan up and make all these like plans for these videos, rather than like we can just live our life normally and then make a video around that. You know what I mean? And that might include us making videos and doing other things, right? But if not, that's okay too, because this is just our life,
Yeah.
right? This is just what we do every day, which is like kind of what me and Sim were talking about, is like, do we want the vlog to be more about that? Like just our lives altogether, which I think is actually, we include a decent amount of that too.
Yeah.
Right? Like you guys, your hot
The
hot water tank, or like us, I don't know, we're having a vlog come out, I don't know, I guess we're gonna use that one, right? The one where it's just me, Sim, and then we didn't get to edit that day.
Yeah,
And it's just like me, Sim, and a couple other buddies that aren't part of GNB, and
you're
just
in
chilling.
it. Popcorn day.
Yeah.
Sim killed it with the vlog. I saw that. I actually watched the whole thing. I was like, damn.
The
this
whole
guy-
15 minutes. I didn't
Yeah.
think. I honestly, when I did that one, I was like, "This is long."
No, this is long, but it was
But-
just like when someone wasn't there, like, you know, I felt like I was, like, you know, there with you guys, like.
Oh, like you.
Yeah.
Like when you
hanging
weren't
Like,
there,
yeah,
you
when
know?
I wasn't there, like
Yeah.
I feel like I was like, yo, like I'm part of this, like,
Yeah.
you know, it's kind of cool, like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like when I was at work, these guys were at like the mall. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
yo, you guys
Yeah,
are playing
I
with
was-
lightsabers and stuff. And
I
I'm like,
wasn't
bro,
in that
like I
episode
feel like
either.
I was there, you know, like.
I was also just a side note. Just watching those vlogs, I've noticed things about me.
Mhm.
Right, like so. a lot of that vlog, like I noticed my posture was horrible.
Yeah.
Like I fucking do this shit.
Yeah.
So like I was making that vlog and the whole time, and I'm like I look like what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
It looks like I have scoliosis.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like at least this whole week since it's been released or whatever, I've been like consciously trying to fix it.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm trying to better myself, so whatever. You know, like I don't know how to I that's not like, I know that's not a big thing
Yeah.
to you guys, but like to me that's like being able to see things about myself and being able to fix those things that I feel are flaws
Mhm.
are really important. It like lets you like exit your body and just see yourself in a different view. Like, this is how people see me. I need to fix this to make like just to look better and feel more.
Are you doing it for them or are you doing?
I'm doing it for myself
Yeah.
because it's like I should be kind of standing up straight. That's just specifically that thing, but just in general, you get to see yourself in a different
Yeah.
light.
I
'Cause you
watched-
never see yourself in third person,
I
right?
watched those and I'm like, I need to look worse.
I look too good.
I look too
I make
fucking-
these guys look like shit.
No, but I've always followed the like mantra, like do what you love and the rest will follow. So I just
Ooh.
try to make time for my own stuff and like creative things that make me happy, and then hopefully, you know, like you always hear about the other groups doing so much stuff to us, and it's like, yeah, we just made videos. There wasn't even YouTube yet and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and it's like we didn't even know what was gonna happen, but like these things just kind of happened. We eventually just got more legs under this chair, and like. And now it's a stable thing. We can show up. I love this metaphor.
Yeah, yeah.
You like putting legs under things.
Yeah, I do.
Well, legs and wheels. It's all about
Yeah.
legs and wheels.
Yeah, legs and wheels. Legs and wheels and wagon wheels. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I'm down to just keep doing this. We don't know the direction. We're just trying different things and see what we like more, and then maybe eventually it'll just fall into place. It'll make sense. Like, okay, we're at the point where we can take a sponsorship. Let's think about what we should do with this money or why we want to do this.
Or think about what sponsorship we're gonna take.
Yeah, or like we don't want to do this show anymore. I got a new idea for a show. Let's try doing this from now on. Or like, hey, let's do more of more skits again. Like, let's get back into that or shit like that. You know?
Minority Report.
Yeah, season
It's
2 is coming.
Season 2 in 5 years.
We're still waiting on 2 members of that show to come back, but
They said they're gonna make it on the
yeah,
Saturday, but-
that's we're waiting on 3 people for that show to come.
But yeah, we're coming up on the end of this one because Zach has to leave.
Mhm.
Is there anything more that you guys wanted to say?
You know the worst thing is, man, when you have like these supporters and then like you tell them like, oh, like they ask you, they're like, hey, yo, what are you doing? Like, oh, I'm just doing filming and all that stuff. And they're like, oh, are you making any money? And that's just like the one thing
Yeah,
that makes
well-
me really angry. I'm just like, okay,
'Cause-
man, like,
Yeah.
oh, it's like, oh, you're doing YouTube? Oh, how's that going, man? Like, you making money? And they're just like, there's always the money. I'm just
To
like,
me, it's almost like it's kind of like if you're in like school. It's like you're in the first year of
Yeah.
like university.
Yeah.
And someone's like, "Hey, you making any money?" It's like, I just what?
yeah,
my first
exactly,
year.
yeah.
Cool,
I'm
like-
in school.
Yeah, like I'm in school. Like, what are you talking about? Like, we literally just started.
Unfortunately, we live in a society where money is the measure of success, and it's shitty. But you know, those people don't understand, and
Well, it's
we
because
just
like,
gotta move on.
I think that
Like-
the measure of success shouldn't be money. It should
No,
be
I
happiness.
agree.
Like,
Oh.
no, but it should be happiness, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh,
Right?
I looked at our channel the other day and I was like, we have this many fucking videos. I
Yeah,
didn't
there's
realize
like
that. I
100 and
was like,
something videos, and I'm
I
like,
didn't know, like I'm not saying they're all freaking great quality, but I was like, you guys edited this many videos. We like acted in this many videos. Like that's crazy to me. Like I was like, how long have we been doing this? Like a year
Well,
and a
that's
half
crazy,
now,
right?
almost 2
Well,
years maybe.
Season 2 of Front Desk.
Well,
What? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, GMB technically started January of this year.
Yeah, so it was a new thing, but we were doing videos before that. In case some of you don't know, we're not gonna.
no,
say
we
the
weren't.
name.
What are you talking
We
about?
took 50% of that company.
Where we
started
weren't
it.
doing anything.
I'm gonna bleep all of that.
What? What? Yeah, we took 50% of the company and we showed up every Thursday, Saturday, and made some more videos. Welcome back to the commercial break.
Stop.
everybody.
Oh
Okay.
I think we just gotta not stop reacting like it's a bad thing. It's like, yeah, Zach, ha ha ha.
Hey, I'm not the only one making these jokes.
Yes, you are.
I'm the only one getting paid for these jokes.
At this point, you're the only
In
one.
happiness.
But yeah, no. As long as you get to do like it's like as long as you get to do what you want,
Yeah.
and you're happy doing that, like I think you're winning, right? It's just you have to like
Winning.
not be like bogged down by what society thinks it is, right? Like let's say you
Yeah.
like we all say like winning is us getting to hang out with each other and make videos.
Mm-hmm.
we have to actually realize that's what we're doing already,
Yeah.
as opposed to like we're doing that already, but it doesn't feel as good because we're not making money yet.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
It gives more like reassurance, I guess.
yeah,
Like-
but like I said, it's like maybe then if that is the case that you're not that happy, like that's feeling a lot of happiness just
Yeah.
working with like videos and stuff like that, but we still want to make money, then you have to change what the why is a little
Yeah,
bit and just be like, well yeah, I also do want to make
You
money
gotta
off
enjoy,
of this,
You gotta
right?
enjoy the process. Gary V here. No, I'm sorry. No, but seriously, we gotta,
And then
you gotta enjoy
again,
the process.
like this is from Gary Vee too, right? It's like what is the money for?
Yeah,
Right? Like we do want to make money, but what's the money for? Like what do you want?
party.
we're gonna buy the jets before.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna get them.
You heard it here first.
We're gonna buy the jets. I don't even like jets.
We'll buy the jets and we'll double the price.
No, we'll buy the Jets and we'll put 4 legs under it.
Yeah. No, but I feel like I had a point. I was gonna go back to it.
You ruined it yourself.
I
Yeah.
did have a point.
Happiness, money.
Oh,
what do
we
you
were
like
talking
more?
about like
Thursdays,
earlier.
Saturdays.
Yeah, we're talking about Thursdays. No, he said, "What do you fucking want?"
What? I'm just talking about days of the week.
You were talking about people like, oh, are you gonna do like what's popular on YouTube?
Okay,
blah
yeah.
blah blah. And like, I look at all the successful people, and they did things, and they didn't know they would be popular until people were like, oh, I do like this. You know, it's like, so we're trying our own things. We're trying to do like a sitcom, low budget sitcom. We're doing
Very low budgets.
like I get it. People,
no budget.
people do streams and stuff, but we do like an edited stream. And other people have done it before, but like we're trying to do our own thing still. And like I think eventually people will be like, you know what, this is what I want. You know, like our vlogs and stuff like that. And like, it's not to say this format hasn't been done before. It's just like we're doing
just
what
our
we
take on
enjoy to watch and our take on it. And then I think eventually people will be like, you know what, I agree with their outlook or I disagree with their outlook. Either way, like
I was listening to like a Tim Ferriss podcast yesterday, and then he said, I'll
Tim
tell you
Ferriss
later.
here.
He's just a guy. He's just a guy.
I'll-
You Gary Vee?
Yeah.
I'll tell you later.
Alright.
But he said, okay, I was listening to a podcast
Who's
the
up?
other day. I just wanted to reference the guy to give him credit, but it was something, and then he referenced someone else. But anyway, it's kind of like don't fall in love so much with like your product.
Yeah.
Fall in love with your audience, right? So that you can kind of better understand what they like about your stuff.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Because like you can love your like if like again if the goal is just for us to make videos, we could do that all day and not make money. But if you want to like, I don't know, this to become something more than what it is, at least
Yeah.
monetarily and whatever. Like, if you love or fall in love with what the audience falls in love with, you know what I mean? Like it gives you a better idea of like what's
I think
can
that-
work. You know what I
I
mean?
think that's
Like,
a good mentality. I think it can be a catch-22 a bit too, because like I feel like you can, like I know that's probably not what this guy means, but like I can feel like, you know, you start to see like let's say analytics of like, oh, we have more women watching us. Now we start changing our videos to be more like oriented towards that, or like
Mhm.
more guys watch it, or like you know
Well,
like hey people
so
like
does my
this
makeup.
one aspect of us, and now that's like what we're doing completely instead of like necessarily what we want. I'm just saying you can take it to a far
Extreme,
like,
yeah.
extreme, yeah.
I think it's like
That's always the case.
if you're always, I agree with what you're saying, but also like if you're being yourself
Yeah.
at like all times, and then someone falls in love with a part of that, it's just nice to recognize like okay, that's what they like
About-
us, right?
us
It'd be
being
different
authentic,
if
yeah.
but it'd be different if we weren't authentic, right? It's like
Yeah.
oh, we did a Tide Pod video and they love that Tide Pod video. Now you're like oh fuck, now I have to make Tide Pod.
No,
videos
it's just
forever.
Tide Pod.
Yeah,
cast.
right. But if it was you anyway, it's like someone was like, I really like how you guys are just a bunch of dudes hanging out with each other or whatever, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Then we know that as like a marker of like, wow, a lot of people enjoy watching just a bunch of guys being friends.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? But yeah. Anything else? Zach has to go. It's already
I do have to go.
5:45.
That's okay.
But yeah. I don't know, even if we don't say it too much, like talk too much about it on the podcast here, like I do think it's really important for you guys to think about that. Like what do you not even GMV, like just forget about GMV for a second.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? And it's like what do you guys want out of like life? Right? Like do you want to go travel? Like do you want to go party with your friends and whatever? Like there's nothing wrong with any of those things. You just have to recognize that those are the things that you want, right? Like this doesn't have to be the gateway to it. Like, oh, we make millions off the videos so that I can do this. You know what I mean? Like you can already do a lot of those things
Yeah.
without trying to like whatever we're doing, right? Like jump through these hoops. But yeah. Everybody thinking now? Everybody good? That's good.
Thinking.
That's good. I'm glad.
Thinking. done my share of travel and drinking, so
But
make
he doesn't
some,
have any friends.
make some videos.
I don't know. I haven't really figured out a way to close off these podcasts. Like, thanks for listening,
Oh
guys.
yeah, thanks for
Thanks for
What about you just do the same thing on your blog? Thanks for listening. Stay tuned.
Yeah. ... You chosen few.
Thanks.
You chosen few. Thanks for supporting us.
Next podcast will
Lovely.
be on Thursday, and also
Sunday.
Because yeah, Saturday people are busy and they won't be there.
Yeah. Oh.
Stay tuned. ...
No, but thank you for supporting. It does mean a lot. Just
Yeah.
the chosen few.
The chosen.
We chose you to follow us.
You didn't know it.
No, but those of you that found us and are still here, thank you. It does mean a lot. It gives some reassurance to.
And also feel free to talk to us whenever you
yeah,
want to.
comment,
Comment.
like, comment, subscribe, comment, like, tell your friends, tell your mom, tell that uncle that might have touched you and you're not sure yet.
Oh, we're going to PAX, by the way.
Yeah, that reminds me of.
now you just set up another one. Alright.
All right, thanks for watching.
Peace.
See you later.
Bye.
Always be here every Thursday for Saturday.